Welcome to episode 2 of Wiki. What? We're here with our contestants. Our first contestant is
RJ.
Then
Eli.
and
Sam.
And we're gonna see if they can pick out our fake fact from our facts that we've drawn from Wikipedia. The way we play the game is we give our contestants 3 facts. 2 of these facts we have drawn from somewhere on some weird Wikipedia article, and the third one we've made up completely to resemble the other 2. So their goal is to pick the one that is completely made up from those 3 for each category. Our first one, this one gets into the idea of like television and stuff like that. So fact 1. Law and Order is one of the longest running TV dramas of all time. While most shows have a consistent core cast that carries the action of the show, the actor with the most appearances on the show is Sharon Apatha Merkerson, who played Lieutenant Anita Van Buren, a secondary character. She appeared on 388 episodes, so for the actor with the absolute most appearances, there were still 68 episodes of the show which she wasn't in. Fact number 2. There are subtle references to Uwe Iwerks, the designer of Mickey Mouse, in every film produced by the Disney Studios since 1970, the year of his death. Or fact number 3. On a 2012 episode of NCIS Los Angeles, the show had a Bring Your Mom to Work Day, and during a casino scene, the real-life mothers of the show's 4 leads appeared as 4 women playing poker. Which of those did we make up completely? 1, 2, or 3? Law and Order, Disney with Mickey Mouse, or Bring Your Mom to Work Day on NCIS. You can just write 1, 2, or 3. Do you all have your answers? Let's see them. We went 3, 2, 3, 1. At least one of you is right. And it is one of you that is right.
Wow.
Eli gets the point.
I thought about that one, but because Bring Your Work Day definitely seems like something they would do.
Yeah, they apparently did. Bunch of, actors' moms playing poker in the middle of an NCIS episode. The next one has to do with politicians and politics. The first fact, most American politicians have their educational background in the field of law. But the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has dual bachelor's degrees in literature and education. English teachers. We rule the world, man. In 1911, Victor Berger, a member of the House of Representatives, introduced a resolution to abolish the Senate, stating that it had become a, quote, obstructive and useless body. Or, the third option, in 1836, Martin Van Buren won the presidency despite initially finishing only 3rd in the Electoral College. With 5 candidates earning Electoral College votes, the vote was so split up that no one won a majority, and Van Buren was chosen by the House of Representatives. Which of those is made up? Yes, Martin Van Buren.
No, it's a president.
Okay. Then choose that one, I guess.
That sounds like a weird president name. I don't really hear that one.
All right, so we go 1, 2, 3, so obviously someone is correct. RJ, you are correct, although not at all for that reason. Martin Van Buren was in fact a president. He was in fact elected in 1836, and there were 5 candidates on the ballot, but he did get first in the Electoral College. He got like 51% of the vote and had the most electoral college votes too. But yes, he totally was a U.S. president. All right. A professor ran a long-running study on a pitch drop experiment, and he missed all 3 drops between 1877 before his death in 2013. Long-running study. Died every time. Next one. In 2017, a group of students at MIT did a study to find a new substance to boost plant growth. They concluded that the best substance, chocolate milk, actually boosted growth by almost double that of the control group, which used water. Or the third one, as the phrase, "It's like comparing apples and oranges," grew more and more popular, NASA did a study using infrared spectroscopy, and concluded that the comparing of apples and oranges defense should no longer be considered valid, since there are actually several similarities. So what do you think is the made-up one?
It's 1 or 2.
Is it?
Yeah, I think the chocolate.
It's got
Alright.
some 2.
Yeah.
Is it the 3 pitch drop mistakes? Is it chocolate milk instead of water? Or is it oranges and apples are actually pretty close? We're going 1, 2, 2. You just are not having a good day. It is number 2. Apparently, we have that of his 3 experiments, the first time in 1977, he went home tired, and then it happened. Another in 1988 because he simply went to go get a cup of tea, and in 2000, he was using a webcam to watch it, and it malfunctioned. When the next drop finally fell in 2014, he had died 8 months earlier.
His luck is horrible.
Yeah. That poor guy. American essayist Henry David Thoreau is known for living in a cabin he built in the woods in the mid-1800s. The cabin he built actually successfully stood and was a tourist attraction in Massachusetts until a forest fire destroyed it in 1985. Your second fact. A Danish artist was given $84,000 by a museum to use in a work of art. What he actually delivered were 2 blank canvases, which he titled, "Take the Money and Run." Or the third one, only 9 different actors have ever won multiple awards for Best Actor at the Academy Awards, and of those, only Daniel Day-Lewis, an actor of dual British and Irish citizenship, has won 3.
Facts right there, Queen.
All right, why don't you pick one and Everyone went with 3, but Daniel Day-Lewis is the only one to ever win 3, and there are only 9 that have won 2, so that is absolutely true. So is, I think my favorite of all these, Take the Money and Run, because that's awesome. The Henry David Thoreau one was actually false. That cabin fell down a long time ago, and there's ruins left of it, but it wasn't destroyed in a forest fire. It fell apart because it was a little ramshackle hut that he made 150 years ago. Our score is, well, Sam, you're not going to win because we got the last one. But maybe you can get a point. The other 2 of you are each at 2, so we either get a win here or we go to a tiebreaker question. So our last one, this one all has to do with military stuff. The Marines, known for their versatility, spent several weeks during training focusing on ancient fighting forms, including a full week on the use of Japanese samurai swords. Second fact, the B-52 bomber has been one of the most iconic planes in the U.S. Air Force and is still in service despite the jet's first flight going all the way back to 1952. In fact, the jets have undergone a recent upgrade and are expected to be in use for at least 30 more years, which could lead the B-52 being in service for a full century. Or the Uss Constitution, a wooden-hulled heavy frigate of the United States Navy, was launched in 1797 as one of the 6 original frigates authorized for construction. The ship was originally built for $688,888.82, as opposed to today's ships that cost upwards of $13.5 billion. What are we going with?
We don't know.
Sam's over there picking like 7.
Just read one off.
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot to write on this. So you really, I mean, he's like RJ's here doing the math or something. I don't know. Like, man, I know how much it takes to build a galleon back then, but a frigate?
You're thinking too hard, by the way. You guys got something to lose.
We know you don't.
I'm the one gonna get first place.
All right, we have 3-1-3, and we will have a winner without a tiebreaker. The correct one is the Marines, known for their versatility, spent several weeks on several different fighting forms, including a full week on the use of Japanese samurai swords.
I didn't get one.
Eli, with 3 points, you are our winner.
That was a complete guess.
Sam,
They all were complete
with
guesses.
0 points. You are our 3rd place winner. That's how we're gonna say
Didn't
this.
score.
Hey,
You were in there talking.
Would you
about
like to
how
give a
were gonna
speech or
win.
anything? You
I
want to
got
thank
a
your mom?
speech. I think that.
Yeah, I can thank my mom, I guess. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks for watching this episode of Wiki Whaaat. Please join us next time.